Hello there, Pisces. This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am so excited you've decided to join us. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your love, support, contributions, and above all, being my confirmation that I'm in alignment with my life purpose. You have my undying gratitude. So my loves, this is going to be your general love reading, okay? Please keep in mind that the messages today do not have a time frame. So if you're here, it's because there's something here that's going to help you either close off a past situation, maneuver around a current situation, or anticipate and prepare for a future situation. Okay, if today's reading does not resonate, please take a look at last month's reading, because my readings do tend to read outward a few months ahead of time. So just be mindful of that, okay? So, my sweet friends, let's find out what's going on with you and what you need to know moving forward. What's going on for our sweet Pisces, please? No jumpers in the pre-shuffle, okay? No jumpers in the pre-shuffle. But I am getting a sense of conflict somewhere. Yeah. Internal conflict, perhaps. Unsure of a decision that needs to be made. Eight of Swords, though, tends to be self-inflicted fear or limitations, right? Ones that don't necessarily exist, right? It's like a certain level of uncertainty in your own abilities, right? In your own abilities to handle a situation, or to have an important conversation, or to make a big decision, right? Seeing the answer, but maybe not knowing what the next steps, closing the distance, would look like. Yeah, with the Hanged Man, there's you, right? So you're feeling really doubtful these days, Pisces, in love. You could be connecting with another Pisces. If that is the case, either you or the person that you're connecting with could be feeling really limited. They could be feeling unsure about what direction to take next. They could even be feeling cornered in some ways mentally. All right, they're holding on to something. Could be holding on to this self-limiting belief, or it could be holding on to, a relationship, right, that makes them feel trapped, that makes them feel limited, something that they can walk out from, but they doubt their ability to do so, or vice versa. That could be you as well, right? Overarching energy is the Three of Wands. So thinking in terms of the future, looking ahead, but also waiting to see if everything that you've put in will be coming back to you, right? If you've been investing a lot of time, Pisces, a lot of time, energy, and love into a particular connection, you might be wondering, okay, well, what's next, right? What do we do now? This is what I want, but I feel that I'm always left waiting, right? Kind of lonely, yeah. With the Nine of Swords, right? Feeling anxious. What's crossing this is the Seven of Wands. So you might be in the middle of trying to fight for a connection, right? You could even be feeling really defensive against another connection that could be kind of fighting to put a wedge between you and someone who you already have an established connection with, like a third party, maybe, right? A third party can be romantic or otherwise, right? If you are connecting with someone in a romantic sense, maybe they have a best friend, or you have a family member, or something along those lines, where that person is really trying to, you know, they're trying to not break you guys up, but they're trying to create distance in some way between you guys. Maybe that person has an opposing opinion, you know, about the person that you're coupled with. Maybe you guys are from different backgrounds, right? Something along those lines, where someone or something might be playing into your emotions and making this connection with this person a little bit difficult, right? And if that's not the case, there is just that third party could really just be you, right? It could be some type of past situation that, you know, has, with the Knight of Wands, you could have been dealing with a fire sign, someone who is non-committal even, something in the past that really shook you up, right? Something that you really invested your time into. Maybe it didn't pay off back then, and now you're in a similar situation, and you're wondering if this is going to be a replay of what's happened in the past, and you want to avoid it, but you feel a true connection with the person that you're with right now, right? So that's hard. Five of Cups and the potential outcome. That's okay. Five of Cups is a good card. Yeah, the person is in grief. You know, the person is definitely grieving quite a lot over something that feels like a loss, but there's still two cups in the environment, right? And this cups is in your heart. So whether this two cups is a memory, right? If you have recently gone through some type of loss in love, loss in friendship, loss in romance, right? There is still something that is something very lovely about what this is that you lost that is keeping you going, okay? It's informing your decision to make better choices moving forward. But so Pisces, on your mind, right? This could be another water sign. This could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone who you feel very connected with, right? With the Two of Cups. Whoever this is someone that brings you quite a lot of emotional balance, a deep, deep, deep reciprocating relationship. Okay. In the recent past, you have the Knight of Wands, which is non-committal type of energy, right? Very in and out, follows their passions, wherever they may be with you today and with someone else tomorrow, or in something else tomorrow. If the third party is a situation, or work, career, money, right? The priority is just over. It's more than you for this other person. Coming in, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, so putting a lot of hard work into something. Two of Wands wanting to come out, right? Making a decision. You see yourself as the Nine of Pentacles, so single from something, self-sufficient. You could be working very diligently on your money. I know this is a love read. However, I do see financial abundance. Okay. I do see creative balance. But in the environment, okay, we've got a Page of Wands. So this could be a very familiar fire sign with who you've been dealing, Leo, Aries, Sag. Okay, but more often than not, the Page of Wands is someone who's at a crossroads. So something in the environment that you may not be aware of, or maybe you are, is that there is either a person, right, who is also at the cusp of making a really important decision, and the decision they have to make is significant enough where you would be affected. Okay, so we'll see. This Page of Wands could be the person that you're connecting with. Okay, the Empress here in your fears is that you're not going to live up to the person you want to be. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is someone who's very self-sufficient. It's a breath away from the Empress, right? This is somebody who is abundant in all things, fertile with ideas, with opportunity to expand, to grow, to really stand in her power. The stars in her hair, very akin to the Star card, right? Someone who is, kind of like feet on the ground, head in the sky. Someone who just their divine femininity transforms everyone and everything around them, right? Your fear is that you can see that version of yourself, but something that you are currently at odds with could be threatening to take that away. Now, with the Five of Cups being in your potential outcome, right, there's a sense of loss, all right? There's a sense of something that was once very important to you leaving the situation, or you walking away from it, right? But there's something here that's lost. But not all is lost. Arguably, the most important thing that should still remain is still there. Okay? So let's see with these clarifiers what's going on, okay? What's going on, please, for Pisces? Right off the bat, right, you could be connecting with a Leo, Aries, Sag, very strong fire here. Very strong Pisces, very strong Taurus, Libra, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? Oopsies. Okay. Overarching energy, Queen of Cups, okay, with the Star card. All right, so this is, this is a journey first and foremost. Okay, you could be connecting with an Aquarius, absolutely, right? If you are connecting with an Aquarius, this person loves you very much, Pisces, okay? This person is your dream come true, and they love you unconditionally. If you are connecting with another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, there is something about this person that feels very divine, very fated, right? There's a lot of healing that this person probably brings into your life. At the very least, they give you clarity on what it is you really seek in love, what it is you really seek in a truly fulfilling life. Okay, Knight of Cups with the Nine of Swords, right? So there's a sense of anxiety coming from either you wanting to approach this person with your emotions, or they are approaching you. They have approached you with their emotions, and something about it doesn't feel right. There's a source of anxiety here. Now, I am encouraged by my guides to suggest also that the sleepless nights that you're feeling might have more to do with awakening or a sense of excitement from this person. Okay, now with the Seven of Wands here and the Queen of Pentacles, what is getting in the way of this is, for those of you who suspect you might be in a three-party situation, okay, it if the person that you're with, is already in a committed relationship, it looks to me like a lot of the anxiety that could very well be connected to this night, all right, if this energy is not yours. What's the anxiety that's coming from this night is the fact that while this person wants to approach you with their emotions, with an offer of love, there is someone to whom they are already very, very heavily connected, that they have found something out, essentially, right? They have found something out. They have become suspicious. But at the very, very, very least, this particular person is coupled with someone who is really trying to defend their connection. And so I'm getting a storyline here of somebody who this night is being very like aloof about the relationship. Meanwhile, their counterpart, the person that they're connecting with, is very, very adamant on working on the relationship again. But this person doesn't want to be with them and doesn't want to express those feelings to them, right? And so instead they are kind of 1 foot in and 1 foot out, right? So they might be on their way out of a relationship that they are committed to, and what's making things really difficult for them to make that advance towards you is the fact that they're trying really hard to be sneaky. I know the seven of swords is not here, but this person could be really trying to live out a life that is more fulfilling for them, which could be connecting with you, right? But what's making that difficult is that now the person that they are truly connected with, like, not truly as in like, spiritually, emotionally, it can be, but in the sense where they have a long-term commitment or a marriage or something already established here in the physical world. This person is monopolizing the time they believe is theirs by virtue of being in this couple, right? Does that make sense? I don't know why I'm getting such a strong, specific storyline. This is definitely for somebody out there. So I apologize for those of you where this does not resonate, but this was definitely a message meant for someone. So let me see. With the Queen of Cups on your mind, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, yeah, this person doesn't really bring you. This person that you're connecting with, or that you hope to connect with, Pisces, is really not, they're not giving you what you need. Okay, they're not giving you what you need. Now, if you identify as the Queen of Pentacles here, Pisces, again, with the Knights and the Queens and the Kings, the Emperor, like, it doesn't have to be male or female, okay? That could really, it's wherever those qualities resonate. If you identify as the Queen of Pentacles, Pisces, that could absolutely be you, where this person is approaching you with an offer of love, but you're sensing a hint of insincerity, not because they have given you a reason, like they've lied to you or anything like that, but because you are noticing that your investment in the connection far outweighs theirs. Right? So you are here really fighting tooth and nail to be on their side. But meanwhile, whether it's about of depression, whether it's about of anxiety, whether it's, whatever it is that they are currently going through, their emotions are just being tied up, right? And I do believe if this is another Pisces with whom you're connecting, or they have Pisces in their chart, or someone who just has been in this, up in their head, right? With the Hangman, at the very least, is someone who is waiting for a download. With the 8 of Swords, this is like caught in your head. This person is really in their head. It's affecting their emotions, and at the very least, it's affecting their display of emotions, which is something that you really need from them right now, right? So on your mind with the Queen of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, you're putting your boundaries up. You're creating distance. You're holding on to the better parts of the relationship, right? But you're holding on almost to the point of suffocating it, right? It feels kind of like that what you guys have been doing up to this point hasn't really been working, but where do you go from here? Where can you go possibly if your counterpart isn't willing to put in their part, right? So that's kind of where you're at. And emotionally with the 2 of Cups, right, there is definitely a strong connection between you guys, but there's a sense of lack here. You still feel lonely. You still feel without them. You want them, right? You're there together. This is what you're here for. Right? This is what you want. You guys once upon a time had a very sweet connection. And even though you may still have a very strong connection, it's a matter of, in terms of emotions, this person is really not showing you that they're committed over the long term. Right? So you do feel very lonely. Now, in the past, with the Emperor and the Knight of Wands, you could have been connecting with an Aries. Aries, Leo, Sag. It could have been someone who had greater authority over you, or just greater authority in their life in general, a boss, a manager, a CEO of their own company, a father. this could, again, this could be someone that you were involved with, maybe someone who was older than you or has more life experience. Whatever it was, it doesn't really look like this person was very committed. Okay, now if this is the person with whom you're connecting, that is the reason for your anxiety. If you identify here as the Knight of Cups, right? Your anxiety here is stemming from the fact that this is somebody who you can see yourself settling down with, but who maybe hasn't exactly been giving you the emotional investment that you are desiring from them, right? Eight of Pentacles, you're putting in a lot of hard work to go from the 8 to the 9, right? With the Page of Cups, this is all your energy, lots of water. You're working to the best of your ability, right? Page of Cups is you, right? You're bringing this free energy, this free spirit, this open heart, this vulnerability into the connection, and you feel the wish fulfilled. Absolutely, you feel the wish fulfilled here. But it's, to get yourself, Pisces, from a place of feeling like you're ready to stop putting in the work and walk away from the work, to what's that little thing that I have to tweak, or what's that one conversation we have to have, or what's that one thing that will get us from me wanting to walk away to me feeling like I'm the luckiest person alive. That's what it is. That's where it really comes down to, right? With the Page of Cups, this is your energy. Now, it can absolutely be the person who you're connecting with, right? This could be where the person's at. Maybe they feel isolated from you. If Pisces, maybe you've been going through a tough time, and you've been really withdrawn from this person, they're beginning to feel it. And if you're noticing that they are investing a lot of time, energy, and effort into you, trying to make you feel better, now might be a really good time to make sure that you are reciprocating in some way, even if it's just telling them that you acknowledge what they're doing and you're just in a really hard mental space right now, and you've been seeking solitude, just because you need that. You need alone time right now, right? But now is a really important time to talk, because someone's feeling very alone. Okay, now someone could also be on the brink of walking away. Someone here might decide that the wish fulfilled is really not enough, and they might decide to take their emotions elsewhere, right? Maybe they've been dealing with maybe they've been losing themselves in work, right? But they could also be looking to see where they can possibly get their 2 cups met, right? There's always that possibility as well. So with the 9 of Pentacles, okay, this is a judgment call that needs to be made. This is your energy, you the individual, you the person who feels separated from the situation. This 9 of Pentacles is someone who is very independent, right? Someone who is essentially separate from anything. They are apart from everything. Okay, so you see yourself as this person who is perfectly independent in their own right, Pisces. You don't need anything that's going on right here. You don't need any extra people to tell you what to do or how to live, or what's right and what's wrong and how you should feel. And right, it feels like someone here is really trying to dominate, or someone here is, if they're not trying to dominate with this Emperor, right? If this isn't your Emperor and this Emperor is strictly in the past and is not the person that you're dealing with, it just feels like this person in the midst of trying to figure out who they are and what it is they want, and just dealing with whatever this situation at hand is, you've begun to realize that a big decision has to be made. I would most likely say, Pisces, that whatever the situation is, it's either been going on for a really long time, or this is the way it started. There were promises made that this is not how it would be for much longer, and yet much longer has already come and gone, and things still have not changed, right? And so you're at a point now where you understand a decision has to be made, and it might be you being single. You may have already separated from this person, right? You may have already walked away. If you were connecting with a water sign, I'm seeing strong water here. If you were connecting with a water sign, or this Aries, right? Very strong Pisces with water, but overall, a water sign. If you were connecting with that person, you could be deciding to move closer towards another fire sign who you're very sexually attracted to, or an Aquarius, right? An Aquarius that you're already very close with, who you know loves you very much, and who you share those feelings for as well. Now, in your environment with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, this could be a person to whom you're very sexually attracted, or this could be a decision, right? A motivation, an ambition, a real desire to make a decision, right? The Page of Wands is often found at a crossroad. So this person, this could be you, right, Pisces, especially if you have fire in your chart, right? You're at a place now where not only are you ready to make a decision, but you're ready in a sense of, you're not just emotionally checked out, but you're like, I'm ready in every sense of the word, right? If I need to move out tomorrow, I'll move out tomorrow. If I need to get divorce papers, I'll get divorce papers, by the end of today. Something along those lines, right? Where you're not only ready, but you're ready to set the plan in motion. You're not just mentally and emotionally checked out anymore. You're actually in a space where you can take those next steps towards the outcome that you desire, right? So with the fear here, Eight of Wands, again, yeah, it's like you're afraid that you're not going to be able to speak your piece, or you're not going to be able to represent yourself as the Empress that you are, that something about this connection is really keeping you from excelling, from being the best version of yourself. Okay? If that is your worry, I can absolutely confirm that. Okay, I can absolutely confirm that, and I can absolutely confirm the fact that there is something very, between you and this person, someone here is undergoing a lot of anxiety, Pisces. So if that's not you, it's this other person. They are going through something where they're feeling very anxious, very depressed, something, and they're not telling you, right? They're not revealing that to you. And so while you are investing, they are withdrawing, but it doesn't look like it's because of you. Now, if this particular person has a history of being non-committal, there is a possibility that they are already in a committed relationship, especially if you know very little about where they're spending the rest of their time. Because there is a storyline very strong here of someone who is already married or in a long-term commitment with someone who is trying to make things work, but they are kind of one foot in, one foot out, and you are in some ways their way of trying to figure out whether or not they want to be out of this commitment. Okay, because you do feel strong connection with them, but I'm not seeing them reciprocating, right? You're feeling very lonely. All right, so even if you did share a reciprocating relationship once before, I'm seeing that that has really come down, and that's because there's a third party, third energy interference somewhere here. All right, so with the Five of Cups, yeah, Death, Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, absolutely. So again, the loss here can absolutely be the fact that if you are connecting with a Scorpio, right, this person has been coming on very strong, but they're in a marriage, they're in a long-term relationship, they are coupled essentially, right? And so what you are sad about is that the only two cups left in the environment really is the relation, your memory of the relationship, right? It's the transformation with Death. It's a transformation. It's a change. It's the transformation of what was a loving relationship between you and this person into a loss, right? Your vision of this person was one of a future of having your own family someday, right? But it turns out that they already had one, and so now your entire vision of them has completely shattered, and so that leaves you feeling really disappointed for a while. Now, for others of you, that's not the case. Okay, if you are for those of you who are connecting with a Scorpio and that person is not coupled, right? There is just something standing in the way of you guys being able to be together. Again, that third party doesn't have to be another lover. It can be a family member. Okay, so this can be a dad, this can be a mom, this can be, a figure in this person's life or in your life who is really, really causing a lot of friction in this connection, and it's causing you, it's making you, it's almost like you feel like you're in a, like you have to choose, right, Pisces? It's almost like you have to choose. Like this person who's interfering is like saying, well, I don't like the person you're dating, or I don't like the person that you are coupled with, so if you care all about me and you want me to stay in your life, you have to pick either me or them, and that leaves you feeling like you're in a really unfair spot. I can't tell you how to make that choice, Pisces, okay? But I do highly suggest that you ask yourself whether someone who truly loves you would put you through that much emotional turmoil, okay? Always ask that, because you want to make a decision at the end of the day that you feel comfortable with, and it's not out of fear that you should be making these decisions. It's out of what will make you happiest in the long term. And if you let go of something from your life that brings you true joy in exchange for someone or something in your environment that is threatening to throw a tantrum or is threatening to make your life a living hell if you don't listen to it, right? That is not a good trade for you, because what's going to keep you around isn't this attraction towards light. It's going to be this repulsion from darkness, and that's going to push you further into this dark internal space. Okay, so that's not good for you, Pisces. Okay, make sure that you are paying close attention to your heart and you do not allow yourself to fall into anyone's manipulation. It's not about them, it's about you. Okay, and as long as you are not hurting anyone in the process and everyone is informed of what's going on, then at the end of the day, whatever decision brings you greatest joy and fulfillment is really the way to go, no matter what obstacles lie ahead. Okay, and anyone who loves you is going to be okay with that. You hear me? Anyone that loves you is okay with that. They're going to encourage it. Okay? But yeah, there's absolutely a sense of loss and anxiety attached to this loss. The Ten of Pentacles, you know, we're doing a love read. So while Ten of Pentacles can absolutely talk about, you know, money, right? Right? Maybe there was a loss somewhere along the way that you thought was really to your detriment, but turns out it's actually, you're actually going to find that your money is really good coming in. The Ten of Pentacles is the legacy, it's the family. All right. So there's some decision or some desire to upgrade to a more permanent level with the person that you are connecting with, and something not panning out the way that you would like. All right. So but again, yeah, absolutely, this is about looking into the future. This is about making plans. This is about hoping that everything that you put in will eventually come back to you, Pisces. So if there is somebody here who you are connecting with that you feel like is just not telling you how they're feeling, they're withdrawing, you know, it might be a really good time now to talk to them, because they're very much in their head, and I don't think they really know the difference between left and right now, and they could really use a friend. Okay, before you make any decisions to just, you know, up and walk out. Now, again, if this is not your situation, that is not what is resonating for you. And what's resonating for you is being with a partner who is controlling, being with a partner who refuses to talk even when you try, right? That there's a difference there. If things have been tried, if conversation has been opened, if emotions have been spilt, if people have been vulnerable, i.e. you, right? Could be the other way around as well. You know, anyone that's been putting in a lot of time, energy, and resource into this connection, and they're just not putting in as much to show you that this means as much to them as it does for you, then at that point, you know, without a doubt, a huge decision has to be made there, and it might hurt for a little while, whatever it is you do decide to do. As I see that you are the Nine of Pentacles, you see yourself as the Nine of Pentacles, you see yourself already as single and separate and independent. It will hurt for a little while, but I guarantee, especially if you have Scorpio in your chart, you may not, right? But you don't have to. But I can guarantee that any loss will be brief, right? It will be brief, and you will quickly overcome it. You will find your forever partner, and you will, your essentially your love life, your love environment, the people who surround you, all of that is going to change. And so with that, there will come some turbulence, right? Some getting used to the new environment, but it'll be what you've wanted, right? It's going to be what you feel you have wanted all along that you weren't getting from this other connection. Okay? So keep your chin up. All right, Pisces. It's not easy. All right, it's not easy, but if you know the answer, right? I am seeing it here as well, and you will have a much better future outside of this connection that hurts you so much, and you will find forever after. It's going to require some change. Okay, you're going to have some anxiety along the way. You're going to feel some grief along the way. That's part of the process, and that's okay. All right, but remember what's coming in. Nine of Cups. Okay, Nine of Cups. You've got a wish fulfilled. Right, so you've got a choice to make. Make sure you follow your heart. All right, Pisces, I love you so much. Thank you so much for letting me be here, for letting me read to you. Thank you again for being here with me, my friends. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Please take care of yourself, okay? If you can, you know, like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know where you're at on your journey. And I'm giving you all of my love. I'll speak to you later, my sweet friends, okay? I'll see you later, Pisces.